3, 2, 1.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Welcome to another episode of Cigars and Whiskey, the podcast that discusses love, relationships, sex, and dating from a male's perspective. I'm your guy, Ron Coe, and I'm joined by my guys, White Star GB.
Was shaking.
We also have super producer Corey Cool in the building, Cool University.
What up, though?
Shout out to everyone tuned in on YouTube. Please remember to share so we can get more people to tap into the conversation. We have a great show for you guys tonight. Tonight we are drinking Evan Williams single barrel vintage. All right. White Star GB.
Just shaking, my boy.
We've been away for a few weeks, man.
Nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you been, man?
Better. I died. I turned 45 and died, nigga. Nigga, y'all went down.
The N-bombs we got.
We can't say that no more?
Uh,
All right, clean up the act. Okay, that's our word.
Came back.
Yeah?
We back.
Came back clean.
All right, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, man, I'm feeling great, man. Weird kind of illness. But just down for the count. Trying to figure out what was wrong, work through it. But they didn't know if I was contagious. Didn't want to come here and
Yeah.
But I probably landed on it probably like COVID or something like that.
That sound like
Yeah, it put me out for like 3 weeks, yo.
Mm.
Yeah, but I'm back to 100%. You know what I mean? I'm feeling good.
Happy to hear. Happy to hear.
Yeah, man. Help is wealth, boys.
Yes.
Help as well.
Yes, sir.
Take care of yourself.
All right.
How about yourself, man? Come on now.
No,
Going for
I've
3
been,
weeks,
I've been,
man. What you do?
I've been chilling.
But I was dying.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It's like when we don't do the show, I might catch up on a little bit of rest and just relaxation and a little more family time. That's
Right. You watch anything? You watch anything good? Any series? Any movies?
No, not really, man. That's my wife's stick, and we haven't really had too much time to watch anything together.
Okay.
So,
all right.
yeah, I know she's watching a few shows.
Yeah.
I know she's been talking to me about the movie Sinners.
Sinners was good. Sinners was good.
Yeah, I hear it's pretty good.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good. It was slow burn. Horror. Vampires, which he's in the I'm a zombie guy. Like I love horror movies. I love exorcisms.
I don't.
I love zombies. I love zombies. I love exorcism, zombies, and then I'll do like ghosts and all that. Vampires is kind of
why do you like horror movies?
I like to be scared. I don't know. It's like people like riding roller coasters. Like I like zombie movies because I kind of feel like it's gonna happen one day. One day there's gonna be an illness, and we're gonna have to strap up our boots and leave our houses and just live and survive. I'm almost positive that's so. Walking Dead, 28 Days Later, all that stuff. I'm locked in on that. Like I'm not a prepper because I'm lazy, but but I've watched enough movies that I know like I'm gonna go for the brain through the eye, and
okay,
I'm gonna get them. But back to Sinners, vampire movie. Followed the traditional vampire tropes. Really enjoyed it. It was black. It was it was throwback black. I think it was set in Mississippi in the 1930s.
That's right.
Post-slavery, couple of runners, couple of bootleggers opened up a bar. Just a great movie. You know, the music was great. The acting was A1. I want to see some Oscars for this movie. Yeah, I think Michael B. Jordan is definitely up for an Oscar for this. He played, if you didn't know, he played 2 roles. He played twin brothers.
Yeah.
And he killed it. Killed it.
Did you feel like they were twins as you got to the movie? Like, did you lose the fact that it was him playing both roles? And
Ryan Coogler, which worked with Michael B. Jordan a lot. I feel like he just really locked in. Like I feel like this is Michael B. Jordan's Denzel Washington movie. Like they got that Denzel Spike Lee relationship now, where he knew to break the twins up in the middle of the movie. So it wasn't like, so in the beginning it was like a little CGI. They were playing off each other, but once the movie started rolling, they kind of went off into their own paths, and then they linked up together at the end. So yeah, it was just like it's almost like when a great producer really gets into the groove with his favorite muse, with his favorite artist, you know what I mean, and actor, and it was art. Question: do you have a favorite producer actor combo or anything like that? Director, I'm saying producer. Producer's more like music.
Yeah.
But director that can't miss. Scorsese.
I'll probably I wouldn't say there's anyone in particular, but like Scorsese and
De Niro,
yeah.
Can't miss.
I like Spike and Denzel Washington.
Spike and Denzel.
But I just like Denzel in general.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But you feel like Spike works best, like Denzel works best with Spike?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
Because the Equalizers were, that was Fuqua.
Yeah.
And
Equalizer's not Denzel's best work though.
It's not, but I like it.
Okay. All right.
I like it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Equalizer. Equalizer 2 is the best Equalizer, right? Me personally.
I think they're all pretty good.
Okay, all right.
I think they all have their place.
Yeah.
I don't think it was like why they do this one or it's drawn out too long. No.
Yeah.
I like all of them.
See, another one I would do with Tarantino and Samuel L. Jackson. I think Tarantino and Samuel L. Them boys is money, yo.
I never saw Pulp. They did Pulp Fiction.
Pulp
right?
Fiction.
I never saw that.
Jackie Brown.
I never saw Jackie Brown. I only seen Django.
Yeah, great Hateful Eight.
Yeah, I didn't see that either.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
I'm a big Tarantino fan, so yeah. I watch all those. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Because there's certain actors or actresses that I'll see them and I'll watch their shit. And Samuel L.
I watched Snakes on the Plane the other day when I was getting dressed. I was like, "That's my dude, man."
Not so much Samuel L. Not so much.
Yeah,
and
I like him.
He's cool.
Yeah,
but like for him being he's a very good supporting actor.
Black Snake Moan was a good movie. Like he did his thing.
I didn't want to. I wasn't interested. That's what I'm trying to say. When I see him, I'm not interested.
Okay.
I watch Shaft, Shaft, and I'm like,
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Samuel.
You know what I've been into? Like I've been watching. That's what I've been watching. Black exploitation films.
Oh, okay.
Dolomite, Coffee Brown, Hell Up in Harlem.
Yeah.
Cotton Comes to Harlem.
Okay. Talking.
Yeah, man. I don't know why. I'm born in the 80s, but I love 80s music.
Yeah.
But when it comes to movies, I like if you just throw something up there and it's Fred Williamson, not Rudy Ray Moore is all right. But like even Williamson.
Yeah, Action Jackson.
Pam Grier. I watch it. Cause I wasn't born then, but I like seeing the cars. I just like seeing how old the picture looks and all that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
Great time.
Yeah,
great
sure.
time. Yeah, man. But like I was saying, great movie. Highly recommended. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
All right. Yeah, everybody's going out. They're going to see it. So this is very, very popular. All right. Again, shout out to everyone tuned in on YouTube. Please remember to share so we can get more people to tap into the conversation. All right, let's jump right into the show. Where we want to start at? We got a couple of clips.
Oh, all right. Can we?
Couple of clips on.
Before we start, we missed a little time. We can spend a couple of minutes on 100 Man versus the Gorilla. Just a couple of minutes. I'm sorry. Like, yo, it kind of bothered me watching everybody saying that the Gorilla was going to win. And I'm positive that 100 Men would be the Gorilla. Like, I'm positive. I'll put any amount of money on it that 100 men, if it's not randomly and if the men are properly incentivized, they will beat the Gorilla.
Okay. All right. when we debated about this a little bit, right?
We spoke about it. Yeah,
we spoke about it a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, you put it out there that if they're properly incentivized.
Yes.
But my thing was like, who's gonna risk? Like the thing is, you take 100 dudes, somebody's going to die.
Yes.
Right. And who's gonna be like? It's like a lottery of
people die for less. People get into a boxing ring for a couple of hundreds of dollars, and they could get a brain injury and they could die. People die for less. Men fight other men all the time for less money.
But boxing is not supposed to be lethal, right?
Legal?
Lethal.
It's a lethal. It's not supposed to be lethal, but we understand. If you're getting hit anytime you're getting hit in the head, you're going to be lethal. Yeah, you got the padding on the gloves and all that, but there's a great chance that you're going to die. And you're fighting a monkey. You're fighting an animal at the end of the day. You're fighting a dumb animal.
Okay. And that animal, he or she is wired to kill. They're wired they use lethal force.
First of all, a gorilla doesn't eat meat. They eat plants and stuff like that. So then they don't care. It's not even like we're saying like a bear or a tiger. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not.
We're saying something that's gonna defend themselves. The thing might run, but if you come up with a plan, if you come up with a plan, if you incentivize every man with $1 million, cool. Live or die. If you die, that $1 million goes to your people, right? Then you break it down. Give me 20 speedsters. Give me 20 fast people. You know what I mean? Fast guys. Give me 20 jits from Florida. Black Haitian niggas. Short niggas. Run fast as hell, right? You know what I mean? Then give me 20 sumo wrestlers, right? So now we're at 40. Give me 20 Navy SEALs. Then give me 20 like offensive linemen. You know what I mean? So what? We're at 80?
Mm-hmm.
Well, remember, offensive linemen are retreating. They're not really going forward. They're protecting. They're going back.
They're heavier than defensive linemen.
You need defensive linemen because they're coming forward
for that blitz.
Yeah, they're coming. They're trying to,
right. Then give me 20 MMA fighters, and that's my 100.
Well, honestly,
right there.
I don't think it would take 100 people. That's first and foremost.
Me neither. But
it's not gonna take 100.
Like you gave me a buck, I'm gonna use a buck. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you use the speedsters at first, chase the gorilla around, wear them out. Then you send the sumos on them. Once the gorilla is nice and winded, you put the sumos on them, winded. You know what I mean? You just lay them on them. You bring the MMA niggas, you break all their fingers, break all the niggas' fingers, break all the niggas' toes, whatever. Then you bring the other dudes and the Navy SEALs and all that, and then you just wear on them. Done.
Yeah, where's Peter when you need it, right?
We're talking about the animal, right?
Hey,
fuck the animals.
Gorilla ain't do shit. Talking about getting killed.
Wow.
Like,
but
experimenting on them.
You giving the gorilla mad props. You know what I mean?
No.
I feel like it's
I don't.
it's
Okay,
win.
let me explain. I don't disagree that 100 men can beat one gorilla.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, who's gonna be the one to put their life on the line? Who are going to be the ones, because it's probably going to be more than one, that gorilla gets to that's going to die, right?
I don't think you're going to lose anybody. I think if everybody sticks to the plan, if everything goes well, you're not going to lose one man.
You have to you have to have a plan of like really tiring them out.
That's what I'm saying.
And yeah,
it's going to in close space.
In close space, 100 people, it's going to get somebody. It's gonna get somebody. It's gonna
get back.
You
said no weapons,
can bite, right? And crush bones, all that.
You said no weapons.
No weapons.
You didn't say that you couldn't dig trap. If we have prep time now, right? Now you're gonna give me an extra layer. Now
he always got to take it to like.
There are human lives on the line.
This is a fight. This is a fight. This is not
give
like
me 99 men, and I'm the 100. And I'm the one dude that come up with the plan.
A strategy fight. What you gonna? Dig a hole and have him fall in the hole?
No, you're not gonna dig holes, but you could dig. Yeah, you could dig little ditches with your hand, and then when you're chasing them, you kind of trip them into the ditches, and that's when you get the sumo. Right, you don't gotta lose anybody, but stop doing that. Stop rooting against humans, yo. Now, my next thing I want to see is 20
No.
women.
Wait. Let's not move on too fast.
Okay,
right?
yeah, please.
Humans are conditioned to preserve life. And
No.
this is
No.
a benefit in some cases, but in a situation like this, I think it would be a negative, because a lot of human beings would be afraid to even make a move or anything like that for the fear of being killed, right? Because the thing is, we're all animals, but we think we have the capacity to think about, and we have
our brain mixes
exactly. So that brain, we could outsmart that animal, but we also have a conscious of we have fear, we have certain things going on where it's like, all right, logically, should I be doing this or whatever? Like, why am I fucking fighting a gorilla?
We're already here. Humans conceptualize.
Why? Okay,
that's
wait.
our biggest thing.
All right. This is the thing. When human beings go to war, there has to be like some type of propaganda, something to make the soldiers believe like, yo, this is the enemy. This is why we're going to war, whatever. Like, we're gonna be like, oh, this is King Kong's long lost son or something like that.
Nah,
and
there's a million on the line.
If you don't kill him now, he's gonna destroy the city or something like that.
In the African, in the African village, if there's 100 men in the African village and there's a gorilla coming into the village at night and he's terrorizing the village, you're gonna have to save your women and children. What's a better incentive than that?
I guess so.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here? Like, gorillas do exist and they do live amongst humans. I mean, you go to a Bronx zoo, like they caught a gorilla in the Bronx somehow. You know what I mean? There's a gorilla everywhere you go. Every zoo you go, there's a gorilla. You know what I mean? I don't see gorillas at the circus, but you know, no. But the next thing I want to see, I want to see 20 women versus a bobcat.
What?
What do you think? You think 20 women to take a bobcat?
No.
No?
Bobcat's not that big.
Not that big.
Bobcats
It's like
aren't that
40 pounds, I think.
Yeah, they can get that.
See, you count everybody out, bro. You keep counting. We can't say we're going to say women. We can't say the B word anymore.
No, why would you want to say the B?
I don't know. It's fun.
No, let's not say the B word. But
can't say the word.
All of these, who came up with this shit?
I don't know. Just somebody
who came up with it.
Slow news.
Let's see what kind of new laws are passed while everybody was talking.
Yeah,
about
exactly.
For real, it's like, bro,
like just happened.
Like I could see if something happened with a gorilla or something like that, but it's like, yo, somebody threw this shit out the sky, like, you know. I guess the same way you threw it out because of this, but like people would just keep coming up with scenarios and
that's no fun. Like I want to kind of see it happen now. Like I'll pay for a couple of African cats to fight a gorilla. Like I'll pay $1 on a Saturday night. See that? Pay-per-view?
Distractions, guys.
Distractions. All right.
I don't want to see nobody die.
Well,
yeah.
So now where do we go from here? Segue?
Yeah, let's go to the statue. Let's go to the statue in Manhattan, man.
Okay.
Go to Miami and Liberty.
Well, you can kind of give some insight on this.
I have no idea. There's an art statue. There's a statue in Manhattan of a black woman. I don't know why she's there.
Down. Yeah.
I can't even give you a backstory. I just kind of seen that it was trending.
The other one.
I see what she was looking like. And I'm like, yo, let's react to it. Let's talk about it live.
Right here. I got my hands
Oh,
on.
okay. All right.
Y'all ready?
Yeah, we're
let's
ready.
go for it.
No, that's not it.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay, there it is.
Ronco, you're killing me.
No, because it didn't pop. It popped up as something else. It didn't have that. All right, it's a 12-foot bronze statue of. What does it say? Cool. I'm sorry, I can't see it.
Let me go back. All right, it says the statue is meant to contest the two statues already in Times Square of two white men.
Who's there? Isn't it like
Was Columbus Circle?
Columbus?
Columbus Circle's in 59.
Oh, Ralph Cramden in front of
Yeah,
time.
who else?
Hold on. Is it
Ralph out there in front of
You can make
Two-
it
the
bigger.
two-
I've never
two-
really seen it.
two statues where?
Times Square.
In Times Square?
Yeah, the statue is meant to contrast the two statues already in Times Square of two white men.
Initially, I'm looking at the statue and it's like, all right. I mean, that's
All right. So it says the statues of historic white men in Times Square are Father Francis P. Duffy. Sounds like P. Puffy. Duffy. Diddy. Puffy. Like, I don't know. The most decorated chaplain in Army history who served in World War I and the Spanish-American War, and playwright George Cohan, who composed iconic American works such as Your Grand Old Flag, and is credited for laying down something. Okay.
All
So
right.
does this clip tell you who the black woman is?
All right. What is a new statue? All right. The piece created by artist Thomas Price depicts a young woman. So who is she? Whoever you want her to be. Me being a plus size black woman, I was kind of looking at it like, I wonder what me and a small child would have thought looking at something like that. Representation said, blessing Obese of Dallas. I don't think it's any particular person.
Okay.
Yeah. See, so that part of it. There's plenty of black women who actually did something that they could have chosen to put a statue up if you just took a random person. You because you know why? Without you taking out your phone and googling it. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like
it brings confusion. You could have just put a black woman who did something. There's plenty.
we would have had a
Reddit.
problem. It would have been too polarizing with it. And I mean, this is an art piece. First of all, it's not a statue that's going to be there forever. This is just going to be there for a couple of weeks.
Okay.
So this is just like an art installation, right?
But the other ones are there for good.
The other ones are there for good.
Okay.
Contrasting it and saying that it's there because of the white men are there, it's
But that's
unnecessary.
and that's my point. My point is
Just let it be there. Just let it exist. Let it happen. I think what most people are like talking about, or is like, why is that the representation of a black woman? You know, a plus size woman with the mystical braids. I'm not sure what the like.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't. I'm not. Maybe I'm just not that deep.
Yeah,
I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I
don't get it.
Let's finish watching the clip. Let's see if we get a little bit more context. Like the hand on the hips is like, that's okay. Now I'm having a problem. Because why you got to have a hand on the hips?
All right, I think that's it. Yeah, we could remove that from the.
You know, it's like, you know what I mean? You know.
Yeah.
listen, all them hidden figure shorties, he could have chose one of them, put them up there, or she could have chose
No,
one of them, put them up there.
I like the aspect of it just being
man.
like the average person, the average woman, black woman.
All right, so why you?
We were gonna have a problem with it anyway. We just like to pick on black women too.
Who would have a problem?
People, America. I think America likes to pick on black women.
No, that's
a little bit.
I was about to say that's fine, but no, that's not fine, right?
Mhm.
But as black people, the fact that we might have an issue with it,
yeah,
because it's about representation,
yeah,
right?
Mhm.
And like Cool said, there are so many people that you could, or
but who
even
you want to see? You want to see Serena Williams? You want to see
No,
Ketanji Smith? You want to see Brown? What's the name? I don't know.
Listen, there's accomplished lawyers, accomplished people in the.
I'd rather
field.
it just be an average American. I
So-
kind of
so
like that aspect of it.
Is it because
But
she's
if it
plus
was the
size?
average, I think that's a little bit of it. You know, the hand on the hip is a little bit. It's just she looks so. It just looks so It looks so unglamorous. You know, but
What
I
do you
feel like
mean?
it was
That's-
meant to be the average woman.
What do you mean it looks unglamorous? You don't think
She
that's
just has a
that's not a
t-shirt on.
depiction of a black woman though?
Not in my eyes, no. I feel like a black woman is a little bit more made up than that. Just the t-shirt and the jeans and the hand on the hips. That's not the black woman that I know. Black women got their
Well,
You never
hair
seen a
done
black
and
woman
their-
like that before.
Yeah, I do, and I'm like, that's not the average
Well,
though. Like,
I think that's
wanted
very
to
average.
Say, I want to say, if you take away race alone, just an average woman,
yeah,
then the t-shirt and jeans is exactly what they would be in. You know what I'm saying?
well, yeah, that's America, right?
And to put them in there, like he says, in contrast of the, I think that would have been the perfect opportunity to highlight one of our black women who have spent their life, in civil rights, or what I'm saying, or human rights now, or anything.
All right, but if
Right
it's temporary, we can't really harp on that because it's not going to be set there in stone and be there forever,
It's an
right?
installation, yeah.
So I think we should mainly focus on the representation of, the culture, the race, or whatever, right? Because I think that's what we're kind of having an issue with, right? We can't embrace something on one end, and then when somebody else like puts it out there for everybody to see, it's like, no, we don't want that to be our representation, right?
Okay.
Because you got mad people out here like, oh, you not this and you not that, or y'all can't handle black women or whatever, and they kind of push the narrative that black women are difficult, they have attitudes or whatever, and if you can't deal with it, it's like, it's like they're strong women, and that's why they are the way they are. So it's like, can we really critique if they're putting something out there that's supposed to represent a black woman, and it looks like she might have her hands on her hips and have an attitude? We can't really have it both ways.
You're right.
In a sense.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
It's a mirror. It's a mirror up to, black society, and it's a little, maybe it makes you a little uncomfortable, because if it was even a black man up there, a little tubby and
right? Like,
patchy beard, like it would have been a little weird looking at, like, you sure that's what we look like? You know what I mean? But it's like, I would like to
you can't
have this
bro
be like a series.
bro.
You know what I mean? I would like to see more of the average American
I don't care
represented.
I don't care how, like, black people, like, we on some shit where it's like we try to act as if we're better than, but we all got hood people in our families and niggas that did shit, or women that's hood or ghetto or whatever. We got it. Like, we black. That's just what it is. You understand?
Right.
But we can't be embarrassed. Like, a lot of times people are embarrassed by them, but then it's like, in some instances, oh well, that's how we are. Right?
Mm-hmm.
When it's convenient to say that's how we are, but it's like, all right, we can't put it on display though. We got to keep it hidden. We got to keep that part hidden, but we got to act
she
like.
Definitely looked like she would have been out there whooping niggas' ass on that boat with the chairs and shit like that. She looked like she would have been out there, proud American. You know what I mean? Would we have been more comfortable with her having a BBL and implants and
no? I
really feel, that would have been outrageous.
No, I think it would have been outrageous also. I think what most people, if I could get into everybody's mind, if it was like a Claire Huxtable type, everybody would go for that. But Claire Huxtable is not a real person; she's a character.
Okay.
Well, neither is this representation. Well,
Well, I probably seen more black women like that than real life Claire Huxtables.
Yeah, I like it. I like to see it more embraced. It's sometimes looking in the mirror is a little uncomfortable, but you
Why?
gotta look at it.
Wait, no. Why it's gotta be uncomfortable? Why can't we sit here and like start to kind of embrace who we are, right? Instead of trying to not be that and trying to be something different.
Because
right?
maybe we thought we were something else. That's the uncomfortable part.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
look in the mirror, you are what you are. You
Yeah,
as a,
but you look in the mirror, you are what you are, but then you go out in the world and you perceive yourself as something else.
No matter where
When
you
you
go,
get
you
back to
are
the
who you
mirror, you
are,
look at
player.
yourself and you be like,
no,
it
you
reminds me
don't,
of that.
no. Most people don't perceive themselves as something else. They
Okay.
try to act like they're something else. They know what they are, but we're trying to be. It's nothing wrong with people trying to be better than what they are, right? But you are who you are, and you'll get to where you need to go when you get there. It's not, you can't rush it. You understand what I'm saying? But
Okay.
like,
So what exactly are you saying? Like
what I'm saying is that, all right, like that's a, you know, that's a representation of black women, not all black women. You understand
but
what I'm saying?
most.
But all right, so what's wrong with a black woman having her hands on her hips? They do have a little bit more attitude than, or not even attitude, a little more sauce on their personalities than other cultures of women, right?
Yeah.
Why we should just embrace that, because that's what they are, right? It's who they are, right? Yeah, they wear braids, right?
Yeah.
It's like sort of like African in a sense, you know what I mean? It's cultural. You understand what I'm saying? All right.
It's cultural for here, like it's an American cultural thing. Braids are
Well, I think it's come from like African descent, but it's an American, a black American type of thing,
right.
Right. Also, like, yeah, our women are a little more thicker than the other Americans are too. Yes, but yeah, our women are a little more hippie and stuff like that, and you know, so what? It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
So what, we gonna hide them? It's like a chick we dating, like, oh, that's the chick I'm smashing on the side, but I don't bring her out.
That's a lot of niggas baby moms.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
So like, we want some other representation. We want Claire Huxtable because it's some fake shit. She's not real.
No, she exists. She was Felicia Rashad, and she exists.
She's a made up character.
Fine,
right?
But there are women that represent, and they look like her too. There are women that are in the gym a couple of days out the week, or eat better and whatever, and you know, represent.
Is she more of a regular woman, or is she an exception, more or less?
I would say the regular woman looks more like
okay. A Claire Huxtable is, I guess, if there's a real Claire Huxtable, right?
Yeah,
beautiful. I guess whatever, beautiful in that sense or whatever, because I feel like they're all beautiful in different ways or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But as far as like, all right,
so you think any other statue looks like that? So you think the Statue of Liberty was a true representation of what a woman in France looked like in that time?
No,
exactly. So they could be aspirational. That's why this is a topic even now, because this is a mirror. This is not what people look like then. Like there were no blemishes.
I hate to say, but we got black people just got to take what they can get.
Nah,
right?
Don't do that.
And
don't do that,
bro.
Don't do that. I'm the person that usually do that. You can't do that.
I'm just being straight up, right? Yeah. And we love representation. Yes. We love symbols and shit like that. Niggas don't really got to do shit. They just got to show us something, and we get all hyped about some shit.
Yeah.
And all right, they did a statue. They let this dude put a statue in Times Square or whatever.
Right.
So it's like, all right, be happy with that.
Yeah.
I don't know why we care that much.
We kind of don't. We kind of care because of what she ended up looking like, and I feel like it's that mirror that made us uncomfortable. But I feel like once we sit with it and we have the conversations with it, it's like, you know what? We know those women. We went to school with those women. Bro. Our friends know those women. Like our wives are friends with those women. We know those women. You know what I mean? So it's like, yo, you know what? Yeah, I'm good with that. You know what I mean? I'm fine with that. As a juxtaposed to that, did you see any? I mean, we got to get into the show too, but any of the Met Gala stuff?
My wife is into that shit.
Okay.
And again, right? I'm very.
Yeah, I was watching the Knicks. I didn't watch that.
Hey.
But my wife may watch it, but then she's showing me a bunch of shit from social media.
Yeah, that's what.
Right.
Yeah.
And I it's, for me, it's like, I don't know why black people are so into this shit. Because when they get boxed out, they're gonna claim oh, it's because I'm black or whatever, or I can't get it, whatever. And it's like you got mad black folks that's like trying to get fly, and they kind of move the culture in a sense, but you're not validated if you're not wearing that white designer anyway. So it's like
people wore black people. Well, Fear of God is in there. Jeremy Lorenzo is black, and
who?
Jeremy Lorenzo, Fear of God. Pharrell is the creative.
Fear of God.
Yeah, I think Ryan Coogler wore Fear of God.
That's not dude that does the
Jeremy Lorenzo.
He didn't do some shit with Adidas. He got sneakers.
Yeah.
That dude's not black.
No, that's what I said. He's Hispanic.
You sure he's Hispanic?
Yeah. But
I also,
I
thought he was a white boy.
What's the name? Pharrell is creative designer at Louis Vuitton, and he had a couple of people out there. I think Pusha looked great. Pusha had a fly suit. There's a lot of things that I just wouldn't wear. A lot of people out there were in things that I wouldn't wear. I think Saquon Barkley got busy, and I felt like Pusha T had like a
I didn't
nice
see Saquon Barkley.
All
My
right.
wife showed me Pusha T.
Right.
She showed me Pharrell.
Yeah, Pharrell was doing too much.
No, my wife just thought Pharrell was very basic for being the creative designer of Louis Vuitton.
Mhm.
And again, these guys could probably dress their asses off. They could style their asses off, but when they go underneath these umbrellas of other companies and fashion houses that are already established, you got to play by their rules. You can't really go to extreme, right?
Okay.
Whereas
to an extent, I feel like they use your personality and who you are to as a vessel. I feel like they could dress I feel like they could dress Will I Am a certain way, then they could take more creative license with like a Will I Am than they could take with a Pusha T.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like everybody's amused, everybody's body style is different, and everybody, but it was cool to see everybody dressed up and nice, and
how do you feel when you
growing
see
up prom?
I'm sorry, a Pusha T who's a street rapper in a sense.
Yeah.
And he's there, his suit was cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But he's kind of been in the mix of over the last whatever how many years wearing some kind of sketchy shit.
Well, I understand. Pusha T is a guy that he's a good relationship guy. He stays close to people who have success. So he started off with Pharrell, went to Kanye, and he's back with Pharrell now. Left Kanye early in the whole ranting kind of thing. He got out the paint really early. So when I see Pusha T, I see someone who's a survivor. I see someone who's not gonna let somebody else's actions.
That's all fine and dandy, but
but that's who I see. When I saw Pusha T up there, I was like, yo, he got away from Kanye real quick.
I get it.
Yeah.
But as far as him being dressed a certain way,
and he had on a suit. He had on a burgundy suit, a little pinstripe, a little. Yeah, it was kind of fly.
Yeah. I saw him wear some shit before, like when he's wearing the fucking the suit with the shorts and all that other stuff.
That's
like
when
that.
Do too much. Put him in the skirt and all that.
Yeah,
get a little controversy. Yeah, in the kilts, whatever.
And it's what's weird to me is that you see these dudes that their persona is supposed to be a certain way, but then you see the remnants of alternative type of lifestyle. Yeah, okay, that's yeah. I guess that's the line. Like it's fashion. It's fashion.
Yo, it's. I mean, I personally
even with like acting and shit like that. When you
wait, he came in with Pharrell, right? So it's not far fetched.
That's what I'm saying. He went back.
He doubles back to Pharrell, who's in the fashion business.
All right,
that's not too far fetched.
There's a difference between Billionaire Boy Club Pharrell and Louis Vuitton Pharrell.
Right, but but then also too, he's in his 40s.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
Well, you don't dress exactly the same as you did.
I don't. I dress older. I don't dress gayer. Like,
You thought? I don't think that suit was gay.
I mean, there's a difference between the clothes that Pharrell made for Billionaire Boys Club and the stuff he wears now.
Yeah.
There's a drastic difference.
I mean,
There is a
honestly,
drastic difference. That was streetwear.
I
This
think it
is
just
high
falls.
fashion.
And I don't want to.
High fashion is.
Hold on.
is
I don't want
gay.
to. I don't want to point the finger.
No.
Okay.
I don't want to point the finger at you per se.
Uh-huh.
But I would say, honestly, I think that boils down to the shame on you for probably believing he wasn't giving you a carved out persona in the first place.
Yuck.
You know what I mean? It's like
he was you know,
that's just my thoughts about it. You know what I mean? He probably,
WWF.
maybe he sold some. He probably sold where. I'm not saying that, but
a little bag of weed off the nigga.
y'all already dropped some M bombs already. Y'all got a few. Y'all got a few when you run the tape back.
Yeah.
But I think also too, us, we want people to stay a certain way. You know what I mean? We're comfortable. A lot of the time, we're comfortable with the way we were introduced to a person, and we think that they should stay. But think about it. If he's in his 40s now,
Mhm.
he's been part of the entertainment business for upwards of 20 years.
Yeah, he's in the game.
So he's been living a different lifestyle other than street activity for at least 20 something years. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's say let's use like a Boss Man D-Lo, for instance. Right?
Mhm.
Now let's say if Boss Man D-Lo next year comes out, right? He's relatively new to the situation, Well, I really do use him, but that may be more of a little bit of a shocker. I think for somebody like Pusha, he's been around so long, and it's a quite possibility. He gave you the drug dealer because that's what sold records.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I just think overall though, I think black folks or black designers should maybe try to do something themselves or try to, you know what I mean? But it's like these things are so set in stone. Even if they try,
but
it'll be like the ghetto version, like, and it's everybody will depict it as that.
But it's also
right?
it's also tough, Bronco, because I feel like they pull us in right before that. With everything, right? Think about it. Even if you look at college football, right? College football, they didn't necessarily want to let black athletes play. Then when we got together, we started whooping on everybody. Next thing you know, scholarships are open at Florida and Alabama's last, and all of those other things, and all these other universities opened up because they realize. I'm just gonna go I'm gonna say they realize that we are kind of quick to want acceptance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And right before we get that nerve to go say, you know what, we should do our own, those gates will slightly open, and then
Slightly open.
And the couple come through, and
because everything, like we're talking about Pharrell being a creative director at Louis Vuitton, as if like there's not way more brands and it's one black dude that got a position. And all right, because they hired a black person a couple of times, it's like, all right, yo, we had this dude, and then now we got this dude, and this is all they got to do is one. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now it could be a whole laundry list of other designers that don't really do the same thing or have the diversity, even though they'll be sought after from black celebrities and things like that, but they would never hire somebody that's of color. You understand what I'm saying? And but we're just good. We're good. Like, yo, if you just give us one, we're fine with that. We'll support whatever you got.
Well, America always like to dress up their slaves and put them out on Sunday. You know what I mean? In their Sunday best, and and have them out there dressed up. And even post-slavery, Black Americans wore their clothes and they wore their suits and everything like that to show a certain level of
what we talked about earlier, wasn't we had that conversation earlier.
Yeah, to show a level of prominence and a certain level of cultural correctness and everything like that. And it made people proud, and it makes black people happy to show and represent what they wear, because didn't have anything. Like they had that one outfit, and then we juxtaposed it to like fast forward it to when we were in school. The illest day of school was the first day of school. Like we planned our first day of school outfit from like July. Like we were putting it together.
Yeah,
Sneakers.
you starting to
we
put
were
it
in each
together.
day,
You
we
starting
knew
to
when
cop.
sneakers dropped. It was like scientific. It was mathematical. You know what I mean? We procured the funds. We knew when the sneakers were dropping. We knew what everybody else was going to wear somehow. That was our Met Gala. That first day of school was our run through. And then just to bring it home, our prom. You know what I mean? When we get dressed for our prom, we kind of, everybody, you know, you got the limos. We got everybody who's riding in the limos. We're coordinated outfits with our, you know, dates and everything like that. And it's just a beautiful, like, it's a beautiful thing. I don't know. I like to see people
are other
still
cultures the
get
same, though?
dressed up. I don't even care. I just know that me being here, me growing up in America, I know like, yo, there's certain things we get fly for, even for our weddings. You know what I mean? Where our groomsmen, we put them together in the ill little outfits and they match up with the bridesmaid and everything like that. There's certain things that we coordinate, even our kids' birthday parties. You know what I mean? We coordinate. We put on. We are the culture. We are American culture. I've been saying this for a minute, and I'm bringing it home because I'm really trying to install it. Like, yo, it's bigger than just sports. It's culture. Like, yo, we look the best in those clothes. Our physiques, our skin tones, our complexions, we look the best in those.
One thing
we put on.
We can say for sure that, you know, this Met Gala was very, very black.
Yeah, I was happy to see it.
So, you know,
Andre 3000 with that piano on his back.
I mean, did it the only way he could?
Stop.
It's the only way he could have did it.
He got to stop.
I don't know, man.
He pimping his fans out at this point, yo. Yo, listen. The Flute album and niggas waiting on the verse is one thing. He is picturing Jay-Z. Picturing Jay-Z.
He did another album.
He did a piano album.
He did a piano album.
Yeah, after he wore the piano on his back without dropping a verse. Picturing Jay-Z dropping 2 albums, playing a fucking instrument, and not dropping a verse. But he's just like, all his core fans are waiting for him to drop a verse. And he's just like teasing them and pimping them out by just doing that. It just goes to like, yo, down south.
Well, I don't know, man.
I
think
from down
I think this though. You know what?
Huh?
Hold on. Wait.
Down south.
Wait,
GB.
GB. Hold on, Biggs. Hold on, Biggs. Hold on, Biggs. You got too far, Biggs. I will say this.
I'm back to black. Sorry, cool. Yeah, Playboy.
If Jay-Z could play the flute,
Andre can't.
Well,
Can't play the piano neither. Matter of fact, I didn't even listen to that garbage to even find out.
All right,
but stop doing that.
So we can.
Yo, he need to stop doing that.
So
yeah, that's not cool.
You said it's not cool. It's not cool to learn how to play the piano.
No. It's not cool. And it, like, yo, to put out something while you're learning, if that makes sense, right? If you've been to the point where you're like getting to the point of mastering it, all right, cool.
So how many rappers put out records with their 2 songs, first 2-3 songs they recorded in the studio? They put it out. They haven't learned shit. They still put it out.
They're rapping.
But my point is,
they're rapping, but they're not using their cachet.
Ron made it
over from another thing.
Ron made
doing
this. This is okay.
What are you talking about? Look at Jello Ball.
Wait,
he just threw out a song.
All right. But all
that not fair?
No.
It's what Jello Ball did. No.
Let me explain. Right.
Jello Ball, fine.
So you listened to rap before, right? So you know what to listen for when of good rap and bad. You know, a bad rapper, a good song, bad song. You listened to it before. He's marketing an album to his hip hop audience who's never listened to a goddamn flute before
or a piano.
They don't listen to the instrument, so they don't know. They don't know.
I'm a Kenny G head.
He's a sax player, isn't he?
Is that a clarinet?
Sax. But all right, Ron. Let's stay there for a second, right? Let's look at it. Maybe let me devil's advocate that.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a crime to try to introduce people that follow you? Okay, for instance, if you're doing this podcast, this amazing award-winning podcast about relationships here,
Mm-hmm.
is it a crime if you like to cook that you say, hey, you know what, guys, so while you're here, I actually like to cook, and I'm gonna do a cooking show of me, trying to learn, and I'll bring it. Like, is that a crime?
That's not a crime. That's not a crime because let's say, for instance, if I'm on social media and I'm cooking, right, where you don't have to pay for it, whatever. It's like, all right, I'm giving you more of myself, right? And then when I master cooking, then it'd be like, yo, hire me as a chef to cater your dinner or something like that, right? When I'm like, yo, I put my time in and I'm ill now, right? Or for him doing the flute shit, introduce the flute shit to your audience in a way of segue. It's like, yo, all right, we talking about
Well, he hasn't done nothing in 20 years.
all right.
So
Why don't you rhyme over some flute beats and then give us the flute beats afterwards without no
What if
words
he
on
doesn't-
them, something like that?
Okay,
bro.
Or use an alias.
it's obvious that he doesn't want to rap. I feel that
But-
why are there people pushing him to do that?
then
He
you're
doesn't want to
pimping
rap.
you're pimping your audience
I don't
because
think
you
that's-
know
I don't
you know
think that's
like
it.
yo, you know that's what your fans want,
Mhm.
right?
And they'll listen to a whole album of you playing that garbage,
Hoping
hoping that you
you're
spit a
gonna- yeah.
16.
Well, I think that
Why you doing features for other people?
So
you
is
just
that
did a feature on Kanye's album. You did features with other people.
that seems
So
more like stupidity to me.
you're not okay. Please
I
elaborate.
I feel like that's
Voice
stupidity.
of the voice of Long Island. Come on now. Come on. Now, call it stupid now.
No, I feel like that's stupidity. I feel like that's stupidity. With you, I'm gonna listen to the whole album in hopes that he spits a verse. That's kind
You
of
wouldn't listen
that's
to a
kind of
Jay-Z
silly.
album hoping he spit a 16?
If
If Jay-Z did that to us, we'd be outraged.
If Jay-Z
You
told me, I'm about to play the flute on this one, I'm not listening to the album hoping he's gonna spit a rap. The nigga
You're
told
lying.
me.
You're lying.
He told
I
you.
am. I'm lying. I'm.
It's not like okay, I haven't seen Audrey, in some years. I open up my Apple Music. Oh my God, there's an Andre 3000 album, and now it's just all flute. And I listened to the whole thing looking for it. He told you on multiple interviews, I'm about to do this. Why?
But
Why
then he
can't
dropped the
people understand?
piano after.
That's your naiveness.
Okay, we're arguing last year's point. Now let's bring it to this year.
Yeah, nobody should watch.
Nigga
Nobody
put
should.
the piano on his back.
What
Then
did
he
they say?
dropped the piano album.
What do they
now.
say? Fool me once, shame on.
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
Oh,
Yeah. Right, yo,
All right.
I get you.
All right.
If people go out
Yeah.
and start complaining about this, then it's
Yeah.
your fault.
It's your fault.
Now, mind
It's your
you,
fault.
where's the piano player? That's the only people that you could be. That's the only people I think that can be disgruntled by it. It's people who are, have been playing a grand piano since they were 8 or 9 or 10, and they can't sell
I
a
think
full
I
album.
think it's disrespectful. I think it's disrespectful to the craft of like people that play instruments.
All right, so let me ask you a question. When you got all these rappers who write a book, authors are authors
I bet you a lot of authors feel disrespected.
Okay, but guess what?
No,
The authors are
write
not
the book for them,
complaining
honestly.
about it, though. You know what I'm saying?
not
Authors work
publicly.
with the rappers
Not
to write
publicly.
the book.
But
You
is
have
that
to
the
write
same
book.
thing?
No,
If
we're talking about the customers though.
But if a rapper writes a book
Mm-hmm.
and the rapper pitches this book to his audience, that would be the same type of level of crime that you're talking about.
No, not
Why
necessarily.
not?
No.
They don't write books, but I wrote a book. Right?
The rappers
But
write a book with the author.
the rapper is not. He can't rhyme a book. It's like,
But
it's a book of raps. No,
but
it's,
he told you I'm not
I do
rapping.
not like
All right.
green eggs and M. Sam, I am.
I just think I think that well, this is the thing. I love the I wasn't riding around bumping it like that in the first place. So I don't have a horse in this race when it comes to, oh my God, I just need an Andre 3000 project. I don't. I could live the rest of my life without one. I'll be perfectly fine. But if the man don't want to rap,
Yeah, you know what? Not for nothing.
Nigga won't play the flute.
He's never given a solo album. I don't know
Yeah.
why his fans really expect it. It's not gonna happen. So
Yeah.
And the last one
He's a
wasn't
male Lauren Hill.
guess what? And
he didn't even give him one.
But
So-
wait,
pack him in.
and
Pack-
his
yeah,
solo
pack him up,
side, of Speaker Box, the Love Down Below, whatever the case was, wasn't rap either.
Mhm.
No.
So he never gave you one.
Yeah. All right.
You know?
Yeah.
All right. So
Look, niggas, I'm sorry. Last point.
Mhm.
Nobody said anything then. When they heard the whole thing and there wasn't raps on that, nobody said when he got up there and go, "Hey, yo, this isn't."
Because it hit.
Why did he pimp us? Why did he pimp us Outcast fans
Because it hit.
into thinking it was a rap album?
That,
There ain't no raps on here. He got a wig on.
Because it hit.
He been doing that to you. He did that to you
He
from the rip.
yo, he went crazy on that shit. That's why.
But just admit that he always did that.
Been disingenuous.
GB, you both you guys would.
Well, yeah, Ron, let's talk about this candle for a little bit, man. This scent is
yeah.
smelling good, man.
This one is Teak Wood
Mm.
by Moods by Michelle Rose.
Yeah, that's hitting.
Yeah, man. We got our own signature scent with Moods by Michelle Rose at moodsbymichellerose.com.
Yeah.
All right. You can also check her shop on Etsy.
Nice.
And this one smells good, but I think the Cigars and Whiskey one is, we got this size. We also got the 3-wick, the big joint.
Nice.
Yeah, you can hit her up. Moods by Michelle Rose. Hit her up on IG. Also check her website, moodsbymichellerose.com.
Yeah.
And that's Michelle with 1 L. And also check her out on Etsy. All right.
Nice.
Like Michelle.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, man. Let's talk about Paul Pierce, man. Talk about the truth.
Yeah, man. He got a lot of clips going around at this point in time.
He's taking Shannon Sharp's spot. He moved right out the way.
Why not, right?
My time. Shine time.
A lot of these sports pontificators, pundits are moving into the red pill stage. And
why you keep like, yo?
Because they're talking about relationships. I feel like
why does it automatically have to be red pill?
Because it's pro men based relationship propaganda / advice. You know what I mean? I feel like we call it down the middle. If you want to call it purple, I'll take that. You know what I mean? If you call me red pill, I'd be a little offended, and I would.
Oh, you'd be offended?
Yeah, I would adjust. You know what I mean? yeah.
Okay, all right. So which clip we got?
Anyway, come on. We got to go. Anyway, we go.
All right. The first one is he was saying marriage is for old folks. All right, let's jump into that one.
I see marriages
for poor old people. Yeah.
Because I feel like every relationship shouldn't be based off sex, but every relationship is based off of that.
I don't think so.
100%. You can't tell me nothing different. This is what I feel, and that's why I'll never be in another relationship because it's always based off of that.
So you're not going to be in another relationship?
Hell no. For what? Because it's going to be based off the sex. Once that wear down, you're going to go find somebody else that's better. Yeah. But it ain't going to be based off of... This is the thing. And listen carefully. Listen carefully.
I'm listening.
Relationships... Let me tell you what marriage is all about. Or let me tell you what marriage is. And who's marriage for.
Can we pause it?
Marriage is for old people.
No, you said a lot.
Okay.
You said... every relationship is based off of sex, and that's the reason why. He said every relationship is based off of sex, and that's why he would never be in a relationship again, right? Like
he said he would never be in a relationship again.
Yeah, he said every relationship is based off of sex. That's why he wouldn't be in another relationship again.
Okay.
So he's feeling like every relationship, the sex is the number one thing that holds every relationship together. Sex is a big part of relationships. Sex is a big part of getting along in a relationship. If I had to put a number on it, I would say like 40%.
40%
is sex.
Okay.
But I feel like...
And what else?
You have to genuinely like the person. It's hard to like people. At this age, at 45, I feel like it's harder to like people than to love them. I feel like we know people that we love and we don't like at this age.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
I feel like liking somebody is a lot harder. We know ourselves. Some people don't even like them fucking selves. You know what I mean? So I feel like liking somebody, being able to cohabitate with somebody, being able to like get along with somebody, bounce things off of somebody, communicate with another human, that's an art and that's a skill. And I feel like that's the harder thing in relationship, liking that person. You can have great sex with somebody you don't like.
Okay.
People have sex with people they don't like all the time. Prostitution is based off that. It's the oldest profession in the book.
I get it, but you telling me if there's somebody you like being around, and you don't like having sex with that person.
Nah, then
that sounds like a homeboy or something like that.
Well, I feel like you could deal with that more.
You'll stick around a lot longer.
You'll stick around a lot longer with someone that you don't like. You'll cheat on that person.
All right, we're not going
and stay in the relationship. No, we're here. Yo, if the sex is whack, but you like this person, you'll cheat on that person before you'll leave that person. It's harder.
Why are you talking about cheating on a person? Like,
because we're talking about sex.
I ain't gonna lie. If you're gonna cheat, you might as well leave.
But if you like that person and that person likes you,
all right, then y'all good friends.
There's no such thing.
Y'all cool. Y'all very cool. Like,
you can start over a little.
As far as like, if a wife is supposed to be forever, you gotta have good sex.
So you think sex is more important than liking the person, genuinely getting along with another person?
You gotta,
because we all broken up with people.
You can't
with great sex that it was just a fucking train wreck. Like people look just bad for you, and you could break up with them.
I really think if you did like an audit on it, I don't think there are people that hate a person and love having sex with them.
You're crazy.
Nah, I don't.
Son, there's mad abusive relationships that are rooted around sex that keep them around.
Right,
but that doesn't mean that the person hates the other person.
You just listen to the Shannon Sharp tape where the nigga was strung out on a little chick. He loved having sex with her. You think he hates her now?
Well, because she's suing him.
Yeah, it was transactional.
And he not no wait. Hold on. If she gave him some ass and they had sex, right, he'd probably be like, "Why are you suing me like this? Why?" He wouldn't be as mad. You understand what I'm saying? That'll calm him down. He probably pissed as hell because he's not hitting it, and she about to try to get $50 million out of him. But if she said, "Yo, let me come over," if she came over tonight to his crib, topped him off, gave him some ass, all that, he'd be like, "Oh, baby, why are you doing this to me?" He'd probably be trying to like figure out why, because he still likes her.
He likes the sex, but he doesn't like. No, he wouldn't be like, "Baby, why
you gotta like? You have to like a person at least a little bit to have sex with them."
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Niggas just think they dick in anything.
No, they won't. No, they don't. They won't.
All right, so you don't
unless you're graping somebody.
All right, well, how about this?
Do
you not think that there's fellas out there who really hate their baby's mother? But if the baby mother gave them something right on the spot, they'd probably still take it.
I bet you so much money in the moment they could be fighting. After they having sex, they'll be nice as hell to each other.
That's not how. They're gonna go right back to hating each other.
No, they'll go back to hating each other the next day or so. But there's in that moment after that night and all that, it's gonna be peace treaty. All right, war's off for tonight. We'll get back to it tomorrow.
So your point is in the moment. Your point is not
because it's not real. It's not real hate, right? It's not real hate. It's not real hate because you got niggas that you. The thing is, right? You could have a nigga that just fought 1,000 niggas and is mad as hell. He got his ass whooped. He got stomped out, whatever. But let his lady give him some.
Right.
That'd be like, oh, all right, damn. I feel better.
Right.
Yeah, I got my ass kicked. I fought 1,000 niggas. I'm mad. Whatever.
You still hate them, no?
But in the moment, he feels all right. You understand what I'm saying?
But what if his lady? What if as a juxtaposed to that, what if he ain't getting into no fight, nothing like that? He just went to work. His lady blazed 1,000 niggas. His lady can't keep it inside of her pants. He genuinely hates the way that she treats him, but she comes home and she gives and she services him.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't like her.
If when a nigga genuinely does not like or despises a woman, he's not fucking her. He's not gonna do it, bro.
All the time.
Like niggas that really hate a woman and that's having sex with her, that's like, yo, you gotta be you gotta have some screws loose in your head, bro.
Men don't conceptualize. Men don't break things up like that. Men, like I said, imagine. Men can have transactional sex.
Tell me,
men can have sex with people that they hate. Like
all right.
Women
so tell me, no,
probably beat him up.
No, give me this. Vision this. A nigga mad as hell having sex. What does that look like to you?
Rough.
What does it look like to you though?
Rough. He gonna still have sex, but he gonna just
he mad as hell at a chick looking down at her, blazing it or whatever. That's like great. That's what that is, bro.
All right, but you
that's
said
why I'm saying.
All right,
it don't. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, yo, because niggas is not that.
It's not the same thing.
It's not going anywhere. What is Paul saying?
Yeah. Go, Paul.
Yeah.
How do you go back?
Because it's not the same.
How do you go?
Run it from the top.
Run it from the top.
Yeah, please.
Hold on. Let me get the thing together.
See what Paul's on. Paul out there with his Hugh Hefner.
Where was it at? Where it was at the top?
The slider. Go right to the.
Hit the play button.
No. I'm just worried what the placement was.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like every relationship shouldn't be based off sex, but every relationship is based off of that.
I don't think so.
100%. You can't tell me nothing different. This is what I feel, and that's why I'll never be in another relationship because it's always based off of that.
So you're not going to be in another relationship?
Hell no. For what? Because it's going to be based off the sex. Once that wear down, you're going to go find somebody else that's better. Yeah. It ain't going to be based off of. This is the thing, and listen carefully. Listen carefully.
I'm listening.
Relationships. Let me tell you what marriage is all about. Or let me tell you what marriage is and who's marriage for. Marriage is for old people and poor people.
Okay, so let's get into that. Why?
Because when you broke, our parents, like my moms and all them, they married on a merit of like, okay, we're going to put our incomes together, have all these kids. And then when our kids, we're going to have 5, 10 kids back in the 60s, all them, they're going to have 5, 10 kids so they can work and bring income.
Yeah.
So you poor. So you married for that. And now when you get old, somebody that to be by your side to take care of you. Right now, my mom got married. My mom never been married in my lifetime. She got married when she was 70.
Wow.
It was perfect. She had somebody by her side the whole way through.
So do you...
I really believe that. Like, that's what, like, outside of that, it's no advantage to a man. Why is marriage advantage? What advantage? What does it do for a man when things go south? Like, we gonna have to give up half our this, pay child support, but what it's only advantageous to a woman. Like, it's real talk.
But what if you meet a woman and you're like, wow, she's a gem, she's valuable, she's everything, and I want to lock her down in marriage?
I don't want to lock no woman down. We could be cool.
Okay. So what are your thoughts?
Sound like a dude that's up in life. He's making some money. He's making money. And he's, think he's drinking the Kool-Aid. He really thinking these tricks is liking him. I don't think he thinks he's a trick. Like, he's a trick ass nigga.
I wouldn't say. Well, I think that he may feel like
he really think he's
not a trick. He might think he's a lick. So that's why he doesn't want to get married.
Yeah, but he think he really out here bagging chicks on the strength that
I think the opposite.
Well, listen, if you took away his bread, or let's say not all of his bread, but let's say you took away him being like a multi-millionaire, right. He just had a good job, a decent job. He's still like 6 what? What is Paul Pierce? 6'6"?
6'6", 6'7".
Mm. He'll get women.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm. He's not a short guy. He's a guy that if he walked into a room, women would probably be like, "Oh God, who's this tall guy?" He'd still win.
Right.
I'm pretty sure he got chicks probably prior to, being a multimillionaire. So I don't know if it's, if it's that. I think sometimes I think men have too many choices. I've had the option of having too many choices. And
Yeah.
they, from that, I think they get a lot of bad things. They see a lot of bad or a lot of people taking advantage or whatever within that. And it spoiled him. It spoiled his thought process as far as what marriage could be. It's not special. Dealing with a woman is not a special thing anymore. It seems like to him. You know what I mean? When you've had
Paul Pierce is 47 years old, right? Mm-hmm. So you thinking he walking in the room and he getting his pick of the litter because he's tall? Like that's the game, or he's getting the women with the missing side tooth and the gut. Like Mamie is coming up to him. Like he's not getting the pick of the litter. He's not getting the 19 prime, 20, 21-year-old, the options that he has now. Because honestly, if you just a tall nigga that was in the game, he would have been picked something that got out. It's the money that got these dudes a little convoluted.
It's the money that.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be the money, right? It's the money that got these niggas acting like Nate from Set It Off, where they paying these shorties rent, and they really thinking that they cute to bitches. Like, these is trick ass niggas. We come from a generation, and Paul Pierce is from my generation, where it's like, yo, the trick has never been. The trick was looked at as the trick was the was the fiend. Was like everybody, like all them niggas was the victim, you know what I mean? Like, yo, the trick was never nobody fly. Like, it was never fly the trick. You know what I mean? It was always fly.
You probably didn't have enough money to do that.
What, to this trick?
Yeah.
Whoever wanted the trick? Everybody had enough. Well,
it always
that's like, so are we at the homeless shelter? Fucking homeless bitches? Like, everybody got more money than somebody. Are we at McDonald's tipping bitches? Like, come on now. Like,
it's some
niggas bag women off the strength of them. You know what I mean?
All right. 100%, right? 100%.
Yeah.
That you got on every level, right? You got niggas that will trick.
Yeah.
Right?
Like regular dudes at the homeless shelter. Like,
no. All right, you not. All right. No. Let's be clear. Maybe not you, because you're not in that. That's not the type of chick that you would go for. But the type of chick that you would probably go for, you can't afford to, like, yo, pay her rent and pay your bills and all that other shit like that. But it's some nigga. Sorry, excuse me. Anyway,
yo,
right?
This should change the title of this episode.
It's some dude. It's some dude with enough bread to sponsor her, right?
Yeah.
And
you want it like that?
The dating pool that you would date.
Yeah, but who want it like that? Who want it like that?
Like what?
Who want to deal with women that transactional? Who wants to deal with a woman that can only deal with somebody? Because everybody will take something. Would you deal with a woman that will only deal with you if you pay her phone bill?
Well, listen.
Or if you get her nails done.
All right.
It was always looked at as whack to get used. Like, dude, it was never fly. It's this new generation of dudes that kind of grew up with us that got up. And honestly, they're pissing in the market for all these other single dudes. They're ruining these women for other dudes. You know what I mean? Like, and then on top of that, you a mark. Because you catch your cases on top of that. Because she really don't mess with your old ass. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you an old ass nigga giving bread to be around young shorties, thinking you the one. After she used you up, she's gonna put a case on your punk ass, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what do you do? Like, what is he really even kicking, sitting here like he a fly nigga?
Why?
When he paying for pussy
Tight.
In America? Nigga paying for pussy in America. Like, you a corny ass nigga. That shit corny as fuck, son.
Tight.
Nigga paying for pussy in America, yo. You can't even get it on the arm.
Bro,
All right.
Is it not older niggas? Older dudes.
Nah, we changing the title. I'm telling you.
Older dudes.
That's the older
right?
niggas. Yo,
older dudes.
Yo, Tyrone, the name of the episode is Old Niggas.
Or niggas. Y'all used it in all type of fashions tonight.
Older dudes.
Tyrone, yo, remote.
Dudes that got disposable income.
Tricking ass niggas. Tricking ass niggas.
Speaking of that, y'all niggas better stop bumping the table.
Nate from Set It All.
That
bitch probably threw up after she fucked that nigga for a rent, nigga. Them niggas them bitches just throwing up after they fucking y'all niggas, yo.
Yeah.
You old ass niggas popping pills to fucking fuck bitches and then throwing you bitches throwing up. These niggas is corny, son. Older bird ass niggas, yo.
All right, hold.
Let him have.
Hold on.
Go on.
Yo, please, go ahead. Niggas tricks, yo.
Old dudes spend money, bro. That's their MO though.
Yeah, cause them niggas is lame.
No, they just old.
Yeah, they old and they about to die. Them niggas is lame. The nigga Paul Pierce laying back and that shit like an old lame ass nigga.
All right,
like get pussy on the arm, nigga. Get pussy cause your mouthpiece is tight. Get pussy cause you walk in there, smell good, whatever. Or I pay your rent. Like Shaq run into the Home Depot bitch. Like a nigga Shaq seen a fucking young lady in the apron and was looking for her like a real old trick, like a real y'all niggas is nasty ass predator ass niggas.
How is it?
Y'all niggas all going to jail. Y'all niggas is fucking
might as well let
your
them have
friends.
it, Ron. Move aside, Ron. Let
These niggas is fucking their friends' fucking daughters. You the type of nigga to fuck your friend daughter, nigga. Your friend got a 20-year-old daughter. You was at her fucking cotillion at her fucking first communion, and you will fuck that bitch, yo. Niggas is nasty ass, old ass niggas, yo. And then, and y'all sexual predators, nigga, too. Yo, y'all niggas will fuck niggas with wigs. Y'all niggas will fuck anything. Y'all niggas is old, nasty ass, 55, 45-year-old niggas, yo. Fuck y'all niggas, man. You niggas is corny as hell, son. I'm scared, yo. I don't want to be around these niggas. I don't want to be associated. Like, I'm mad he black. I'm mad a nigga like that's even black, yo. The fuck out of here, man. Yo, you could clean that shit up, Tyrone. That shit is nasty to me, yo. Like, what the fuck happened to us?
What do you mean?
What happened to black men with that shit?
What you mean, black men? Yo, bro. Older men, if they want to deal with younger women, that's how they balance out the game. That's how playing field.
Who's the other nigga? Cuddy from fucking
oh yeah,
Cuddy from what's that shit? Del Prez, right?
Mm-hmm.
Niggas just paying trick ass.
Well,
nigga. So Cuddy was getting pussy on the arm.
Well, or
Cuddy was buying groceries and fucking preying on young bitches.
All right, can I throw in a
please?
Okay, so let's say
who's a flock trick? Cool.
Well, let's just say Paul dealt with a woman his age. Money would still be involved. He would still have.
Well, it's called lifestyle at that point.
Well, I mean, so would it be a crime if he was paying the rent of a woman that was in her 40s?
Why would you do that? Why wouldn't that woman in your 40s come into your life and live with you?
That wasn't the question. The question
was a crime. Yeah,
it's a crime.
Yeah. Now that's even more egregious. You tricking on pussy with gray hair on it. Yes.
Okay, so we're men in relationships, right? All right. I mean, we would pay everything for the woman that you're with if you could.
Because you build them, my dude.
But that's my point. Maybe, he didn't necessarily say that everything he's with, he's just paying for it. I think you just kind of,
yo, bro,
just kind of lost it a little bit there, GB.
He's a millionaire, right? Yeah, he could pay a little rent here or there. He could pay a little here or there, whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
yo, you pissing in the pool for the next dude, for the 30-year-old, for that 21-year-old, for that other dude that's really trying to find a wife, and you was just you're making good women into prostitutes.
All right. There's okay. You got the wait. You got the basketball wives chick that had the baby by the young dude, right? On the Rockets.
Yeah. Drea.
Light skin chick. Yeah, Drea.
Drea. Right.
All right.
Yeah,
so they'll get to the young dudes or the dudes their age when they get to them, right?
Yeah.
The old dude will just be somebody on her rap sheet that she fucked with before. Yeah, I used to fuck with Shaq. I used to fuck
old
with Pierce.
niggas ran through you. What are you talking? Like she been ran through. Like that's what was so egregious with her. What? She nigga.
Bro. These old
like
dudes,
the
right?
first Bentley coupe, nigga. She the first Bentley coupe on Hampstead Turnpike right now, nigga.
So let
120
me
miles.
ask you this:
doing Uber in that bitch.
Her, right? Her,
out of here.
She like 39 or 40, right?
Ran through.
She ran through,
highway
right?
miles,
right.
city miles.
So you think
country miles?
Do you think a Paul Pierce?
Grass miles.
You think she would fuck with a Paul Pierce just off like just?
Nah, these niggas is like.
She's still
that's
good
a
looking.
vampire. That's sinners right there. Them two in the same room together. They demons. Like
even though that she's older, and let's say she's 40, right?
Right.
She still looks young enough not to fuck with a 47-year-old.
I get, I mean, that's who she should be with.
No, it's who she probably should be with if she want to get married and settle down.
Right.
But she's still decent looking enough for the young dudes to really to get the attention from the young boys. Right.
Yeah. Bring it back.
But what I'm trying to say is that in order for Paul Pierce to fuck with that 40-year-old, he's gonna have to pay like he weighed 2 with her too.
Nah, he's gonna actually have to like her. He's gonna have to be like, yo, come on, yo.
Well, okay.
So I like you. Let's get out the game.
But wait,
let me give you a lifestyle.
GB.
And let me take you up on the mount.
GB. Because you could save her. You gotta save her.
But wait, is it safe?
Yeah, old hoes gotta get saved. Yes.
Is it safe to say that a person with that mentality doesn't necessarily like women?
That is 100% safe to say.
You know, so that's how a person who doesn't necessarily or hasn't found a woman. Let me not say doesn't like women, but let me just say hasn't found a woman that he's liked. And once again, hold on. That doesn't mean anything. But my point is, if you're an NBA player who's in Boston, championship, not even just any NBA player, he's a championship winner, right?
He was married in 2010.
He played a long and
he was married.
Hold on, y'all.
And had three kids.
I feel like okay, obviously that not working out could play a large portion of his thought process about never getting, because okay, if you're divorced, then you have to respect his stance on not wanting to get married again. Right? So he did it. It didn't work out.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to do it again.
Yeah, who I see a comment on there. Is that something pertaining to the conversation? Or?
YouTube recommended this is fire. Don't pay the rent. No doubt, Charles.
Shout out to Charles.
Shout out to Charles in charge, man.
Yeah, man.
And
so it's like, yo, come on, fam. Like, yo, we never wanted. Everybody tells the young bucks. Everybody tells the young cats under us.
Wait.
Mess with who like you. We always tell people mess with who like you. If you up and you get paying for companionship, like look at Bill Belichick, old white man. Yo, he is destroying his legacy. Ran around with that little girl, yo. That little girl could be his granddaughter. Like he's 73, she's 25. It's disgusting. You know what I mean? He's losing deals. He's losing everything. She's running around with it. It's like, yo, these old niggas don't lost his mind. It's not even just our community.
So he's a different case.
It's a different case.
He's a different case. I don't think. I think okay, like a Paul Pierce. I think at a certain time, he had the ability, the fame, and all that to be in the mix and get what he can get. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. But let's not feed these dudes out here some false sense of reality.
And what's that?
When you get older, if you want to date younger, you got to have money.
Okay.
You just got to keep it 100.
What does have money mean? Please.
Most of the time when you're dealing like as an older dude, if you're dealing with a younger woman, right?
Yeah.
You have to be either intellect wise, where she values your brain or something, or your wisdom,
no,
or you have
I
more money
understand
than
that.
her.
You gotta have resources.
No,
you gotta have more money.
You have to.
What does
you
that
have
look
to,
like?
You have to
daily?
spend it. You have to spend
That's
it.
what I'm
You
saying.
can't just
What does that
have
look
it.
like? So you gotta pay for you do.
Yes.
You gotta pay for play.
Yeah, pretty much. Like
so you become a passport bro in America.
Possibly, yes.
So that's a nasty. That's a cornball. Because you a passport bro if you go overseas.
But it's been happening forever, bro. You act like this is some new shit.
But it's always been shameful.
Just because wait, hold on. Just because these dudes are getting sued now, we're acting as if this shit is new.
Right.
This shit's been going on forever.
We looked at these niggas like nigga R. Kelly in jail. These niggas is in jail. Like nigga Diddy is about to go to jail
because they getting in trouble now, bro.
But nigga,
we all knew it was happening, though, bro.
We all knew it was predatory. When are we as men gonna protect our? We're at the age now where these girls are our daughters. So when are we gonna step up and say something? We're gonna keep letting it happen. We're gonna keep letting it happen because these fly old niggas knew how to fucking shoot a basketball back in the day. These old NBA niggas dribbled the ball. Cause these fucking predator niggas, so now this shit is fly. So when we gonna protect our fucking kids and our granddaughters and our fucking grandkids and all that shit? So why you bringing these fucking
But you know how it is, bro. Why you acting like you don't know how it is?
Yeah, but that shit been corny. It's never been looked up upon. It's never been looked on as fly. Niggas never had a job and was like, yo, nah, I'm about to pay this bitch to get up under my way. Niggas always got bitches off the strength of their mouthpiece. I'm not how they carry themselves or always. You know what I mean? Yo, if we was in the game, right? If we was in the game and we was like, nah, yo, yeah, I'm you know what I mean? I'm paying her phone bill and I'm getting her nails done every week and she go with me.
The
you
young
would look
nigga
at me
is
like,
too.
yo, you a corny ass nigga.
The young nigga is
look at me like I'm a corny ass nigga.
Okay, let's be clear. Let's be clear, bro. Hold on. No. Nobody said it was fly, right? If I'm Shannon Sharp, if I'm Paul Pierce, right? Yeah. I'm an old football player. Yeah. I'm an old basketball. What kind of parties am I going to?
Parties when niggas is getting fucked.
I'm going to parties probably with athletes, right?
Yeah,
young and old. I'm not just going to
niggas
I'm not going to like, oh, this is the retired athlete party. No, I'm going to all types of parties, bro. You understand? I'm going to parties where current NBA players, current NFL players, right?
And you the old nigga.
I still got
yeah.
I still got to compete with the young basketball player. I still got to compete with the young football player.
Right.
Yeah. If I'm 47 and this dude is 23, all right. Yeah. What's gonna be my bargaining chip with these young chicks? A chick that's 23 or 25.
Salute. I don't know.
I trick more. If I'm Shannon Sharp, I'm about to do $100 million deal. Yeah. Oh, this dude is a rookie. He's on the bench. Nigga. He don't make no money or whatever.
Well,
that's gonna be my equalizer.
Listen, you guys are.
They all licked. Because at the party, that young dude that got an NBA contract too, he tricking on her too. It's who could trick harder. I'm the old nigga, so I know that. I know that's my superpower.
Some
right?
niggas like
he young and he still think he got them looks and he could get the chicks based on his looks, but he's still a mark too because he got money too.
He a naive mark.
He's more naive. I'm more real because I know I'm older.
Yeah,
and I'm trying to get me with a young chick.
Train mark. Well, listen, obviously, in relationships, you are spending, regardless of how it is. Scale
spending on lifestyle
on scale. Listen. Well, okay.
I'm going on vacation. You going on vacation too?
No,
I'm not paying for you to go on vacation
GB
with your friends.
GB,
like we always clown dudes that are in women's phone for like food.
Okay,
we
but
clown niggas that are in the friend zone.
Listen, we not
always like
nobody.
Just grown niggas that are doing that shit on a bigger level.
GB, we are both about to stand up. And we about to slide you in the middle of this set right now. And we're going to just let you go off because we are agreeing with you. It's definitely not cool.
It's not cool.
I believe that we.
What are you making the case for these fucking?
No, he's just explaining that it's been like that.
It's nothing new.
Yeah,
these dudes are just getting sued now. That's the only difference.
It's nothing new.
It's coming to light now because they're getting sued.
Moral of the story, guys.
Our daughters.
Moral of the story.
More passionate
if you have daughters, if you have your
hold on,
old ass Shaq came
All right.
and was dropping DMs and the shit. He's like, yo, that shit is nasty, nigga. Get the fuck away from me, nigga. I watched you in Orlando Magic, nigga. Like, relax, nigga. Like, yo, these niggas is nasty. We're at the age where we're the grown-ups now. We gotta protect our young women from the sexual predators so that they not tore up and they not cause yo, we'll clown them when they'll holler at a regular dude to holler at them, and they'll send them $40 for lunch, and they'll tell them that's not enough. So when these women become spoiled by these men, we'll chastise them because they're too spoiled and they're too entitled, right? They mess with these men when they're in college and when they're in their formative years, and these men are giving them money. And when it's time for them to actual get into relationships with the regular cats and push, you know what I mean, everything forward, they're ruined.
No. You talking about some goofy shit. You talking about the goofy shit between men and women, right? Because it'll be the woman that never had a basketball player, never had an NBA, NFL player, whatever.
Yeah, she had the manager at Foot Locker.
Yeah, she
whatever. Like she ain't
even
tricking on every level.
No. She never dated a big drug dealer in the town or anything like that. But she sees social media how chicks is on it, and she feel like she could do the same thing. Same thing with like the dudes on some goofy shit where they listen to Paul Pierce, who's a millionaire, and that nigga work at Walmart and like, I can't get married. They're gonna take everything. Nigga, you ain't got shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
No disrespect to anybody at work. You know, I'm at Walmart. I'm just talking, whatever. You know what I mean? But niggas, regular dudes, right? Acting as if they got it all. Like you got assets for this woman to take from you. And you telling you taking Paul Pierce advice, like, oh, I'm not gonna get married or whatever, this, that, and the third. Woman just want this. Yo, you don't really got nothing to give this woman anyway. So if you got with a woman, you be building, not her be taking from you, right? So
and building looks
that's where it gets goofy.
Building is not a bad thing neither, too. A lot of people put building as a bad thing. Building could be y'all both in school. Anybody's gonna come up. Building could be a whole. Everybody's always building. So
I don't believe
look at building as being negative, whatever.
I don't believe it.
I'm gonna give you a final word on this.
I'm sorry, before he goes.
I done walked out a long time ago.
I don't believe in idol worshiping. Right. So these people that are past athletes, celebrities, and stuff like that, don't make these people your idols and things like that, and believe everything that they say is golden. Because everything that they do doesn't apply to you. It's like, yo, you try this at your own risk. Because some shit don't apply to you. Right. For Paul Pierce, this shit may work for him based on his situation. It's not for everybody. Right. And that's where the shit gets goofy. But again, old dudes are gonna trick. It's the Nick. Let's keep it a buck.
I'm in the bind.
It's a dude in the hood right now that work for the town that got his salary, a little pitching going on and whatever, and he tricking on that chick from the hood, and she getting him for she making sure she can get a little bit out of him or whatever this, that, and the third. And he know like, yo, in order for me to fuck with her, man, I gotta make sure she eat well and I gotta put her up and things like that. Like, yo.
He definitely Uber Eats Mr. Lee to the crib.
He's 65, she 40, and she like, yo, like, yeah, I want that. I like her.
It's always been nasty.
Bro, you act like it's new.
Yeah.
So
not to be respected. And what's not new is us. Matter of fact, I promise to give you the last word. I'm good on it. Let's talk about the Diddy trial.
What about it?
It started.
Did they pick all the jurors?
Nah. They're in the preliminary stage where they're picking. And right now, I think they're at a pool with about 150 people. And some of the questions they're asking them if they know certain celebrities. So they asked about Michael B. Jordan. They asked about Mike Myers, Austin Powers. And they asked about, who they asked about? Cuba Gooding. They asking about certain cats. So there's certain people.
So Mike Myers and Michael B. Jordan, they in the mix.
I can't call it, But I don't know. I don't know if they're
This would be
trying
bad
to.
timing for Michael B. Jordan.
Worst timing.
Yo, what? You showed up once.
Grand opening,
but there's
grand
certain names
closing.
coming
You
up.
think he fucked Diddy?
Nah, maybe he
Diddy
was just
probably domed them though.
no, maybe he was just a frequent partier with them.
See,
And maybe
wait.
some-
Wait. I'm sorry.
No, I need to mind my own business. That's what I need.
No. Because we had a conversation. It was like one of the pauses conversations ever, right?
Oh Lord.
But yo, I don't think Diddy is a taker. I think he's a giver.
Nah, Diddy was doming niggas.
Right.
Yo, Kanye was doming niggas. Diddy's doming niggas.
No,
Yo, Kanye probably
Kanye
only
seemed like
stopped
a dome. I could see him being a domer.
Yeah,
A domer or a domie.
Yo, the only reason Jeffrey Dahmer. The only reason he stopped doming niggas because his jaw got wide shut. He had to stop. They got to that car accident.
Y'all are
Like,
terrible.
I'm not gay no more. Yo, this shit about to ruin hip hop. Like this trial, hip hop about to be a dub, yo. Yo, we about to find out all these niggas was blazing each other, yo.
Oh my God.
And it's like, yo, it's
Why
about
you
to
think
be
it's gonna
over.
mess up hip hop?
Nah, ain't no one wants to listen to that shit no more.
What you mean?
Yo, if these niggas is all blazing each other, like
Who though?
Ross, Montana was definitely like, yo,
Yo, he's
I don't know these niggas,
suspiciously
but,
quiet, bro.
Yo, niggas
But
is
I
quiet.
don't. No. I wouldn't care if French goes that way. I would be like, it's certain rappers that
I'm not listening to no gay rapper, yo. Only gay rapper I'm listening to is Tyler the Creator, and that's it. Everybody else is whatever. He's their GOAT now.
you'll be able to rationalize it if that's the case.
This trial is gonna. We'll be here every week and we'll give an update on it.
Well,
I think you kind of know.
Listen, it could destroy hip hop in a way where
It will.
not in that way in what you're saying. It can destroy it based on, let's say, a lot of the executives and things like that are pulled into it. It can destroy the business structure of it for sure. You know what I mean?
think so?
Well, think about it. If you have a Clive, I hate to name him. You have that guy, right? If you have that guy, if he was involved in things, right?
I think we kind of know he was involved.
Well, no, he's just into guys. So
Yeah,
it doesn't mean that he did anything criminal per se.
exactly. And
Right.
that's why I'm like, yo, it doesn't really matter because
but
he just like having sex with guys.
No, right, but what he's saying is if his name is mentioned in this trial, it won't be for just having regular relationships with guys. He'll be mentioned because there was some sort of coercion, I think is what they call it.
I think that's where we're gonna be surprised.
But listen, you got Russell Simmons.
I think it's just gonna be exposure.
It's gonna be.
I don't think they're gonna be exposed criminally. It's gonna be like, yo, you were at a party.
Well, listen,
and you did some illicit things.
Let's look where Russ is at.
Mm-hmm.
That's not just exposure, right? Russ is under the gun or was under the gun for something criminal, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but my point is right. So we would hope that it's just exposure, but I'm willing to think that they're not necessarily trying to just expose people. I think they're trying to.
So they're going to expose people.
No, I think that's going to be within the process of people getting exposed, but it's what they expose that's. That's
what I'm saying.
No, I don't think that they're going to mention people's names to just expose them for having sex.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
I,
they are.
I bet I will put money on it. It's gonna be somebody that's gonna be thrown underneath the bus.
It's gonna be a couple.
And when their name comes out, it's gonna have nothing to do with nothing criminal or nothing like that.
Look,
it's just they just gonna get exposed.
Okay, but
that's
look,
it.
God blaze,
but
yo.
look, Jimmy Iovine, right?
Yeah.
But these are people that are already
supposed
to be gay anyway.
No, but Jimmy Iovine is not he's not under the gun for just being gay. He's under the gun for doing harmful things to people in the midst or forcing them to do certain things. Now, if a Jimmy Iovine goes,
care about men victims.
Exactly. That's what I.
Y'all
don't want to hear what the fuck I gotta say. I'm sitting over here.
Finish
Nah,
what you
man,
said,
I'm out of here.
Finish what you said,
man. We can chiming in.
Turn my shit
We
off.
chiming in. Put the camera on.
University.com.
Put the camera on, baby. Put the camera on. Yo, nigga. Yo, if you suck the dick for a verse, then we don't feel bad for you, yo. It is what it is. We don't feel bad for men. Like, men really aren't victims like that. Unless it's like kids. So like when if Bieber or like Justin or like what's the name, Usher, or them dudes, we're gonna probably look at them little niggas like victims, but we're gonna look at them like y'all niggas, this is gonna turn the whole game upside down. Like this is gonna be the end of this is gonna be COVID for hip hop, nigga. Like it's over. It's all life support anyway. Like so, whatever. Like it left New York for whatever reason. It's where it's at now. It's about to be a dub because anybody who's associated with hip hop is going to be looked at as gay now. Like anybody who gets put on and it's like, yo, yeah, I can't.
Imagine you're an artist, right? Imagine you're an artist or an actor or whatever, right? And you did whatever and you didn't pop. Like Bieber and Usher, they fought the gorilla. They won and they got their $1 million, right? Whatever they did, they reaped the benefits of whatever activity they did.
Damn.
Probably 100. Well, I don't know if you could put a price on it, right? But they're up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're superstar status, right? Yeah. But imagine certain people that did shit and had promises of stardom and things like that, and it never came to fruition.
Yeah.
You know who I saw on a IG live, and I'm like, yo, Diddy's gonna get him. The light-skinned nigga he used to do the skits, and then he was on Snowfall. He was going against Franklin.
Doing skits.
I think his name is Man Boy or something like that on Snowfall.
Or the one that he was when Diddy was doing the Man Boy. I can't call it.
Light-skinned dude. He was doing funny skits, and then he was on Snowfall.
Right.
He was beefing. He was going up against another drug dealer going up against. I don't know what his name was.
All right.
I think his name was Man Boy on Snowfall. And he was at Diddy house at one of the parties, and he watching the shit. And I'm like, and Diddy is like kind of like, oh, yo, Man Boy, yo, I love your shit or whatever. Yo, I had to get him over here, this, that, and the third. I'm like, yo, you getting fucked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I haven't seen him in a minute. I haven't seen him in a while.
Got Blaze, though.
Blaze, and then like he probably told him like, yo, you're gonna get this, that, I'm gonna get you this, I'm gonna get you that. Never happened.
Niggas lying, talking about yo.
Nigga Ray J ain't do shit, but that Ray J hanging with him, not doing no music, no nothing. You know they having sex. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, right, yeah.
You think Ray J was the
He definitely probably the mule. Yeah, he probably had to.
He probably. Yeah, but also, he go that way though. It's kind of been documented that he go that way. So it's like
once he killed Whitney, niggas looking for that work. Niggas looking for that Whitney.
Yeah.
Damn. Yo, it's about to be a mess. I'm happy I'm out the way. You know what I mean? Niggas is crazy, yo. You niggas is, but to bring it full circle.
Do you think he's gonna get off?
He should get off. That's the crazy thing about it. I don't think he's gonna get off, but I think he should get off. I think he's being sued, and what I'm seeing a lot of is like people keep bringing this Cassie. Cassie don't really got nothing to do with this.
No.
Cassie got paid. Like he beat Cassie ass. That don't got nothing to do with what he's being, accused of.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It feels like he's being sued by a bunch of disgruntled sex workers.
I mean? I don't
State your case. Let them know how much you want. Let them pay you, and keep it moving,
bro.
Hopefully, you stop the behavior. But
I really feel like all this whole shit.
Dub.
This whole shit is gonna be a bunch of people getting exposed, and then in the end, it's gonna be like he gonna get some time served shit or very little time,
right?
Or get off,
and
it's gonna be over with, and everybody gonna be laid out and like, yo, they're gonna have a bunch of smut on their name.
Yeah.
So,
that's it, man. What we thinking?
It's cool. It's cool,
right?
Yeah, it's cool. It's like I think Evan Williams mainly is blended like bourbon.
Right.
It's not a single barrel.
Yeah.
So this is the dude at the liquor store was like, yo, normally their buyer it doesn't stock this up. So he's like, yo, we just got this one, a single barrel joint. But it's pretty average. You know what I mean? Nothing crazy or to write home about. Evan Williams is not like I don't know. It doesn't have to be about money, but it's not. It's a pretty economical brand.
Right.
This right here is like $35 for a bottle.
Okay, that's respectful.
43.3 ABV, 86.6 proof. All right. Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. Single barrel though.
Okay.
Single barrel.
Yeah.
Cool. It has the bottle on date, the bottle number, all that. No, barreled number, the barrel date and the bottle date and all that. You know what I mean? So this should have been aged since 2015.
Okay. That's respectful.
No, it is respectful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
yeah.
That's hitting.
So are we done? Or are we?
Yes.
In a
duh.
bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Everything else is just kind of reach.
Yeah. I guess you could say that because we got the only other clips we got about Paul Pierce. I did have a question though.
Sure.
I was thinking maybe we should save it for another show, but for the uneducated black man, right? Does he have a place in this like society, in this like as far as like a single uneducated black man in this dating sphere, in this society, or he has really no value at this point?
When you're saying uneducated, you mean formal education, or
Formal
you mean
education.
like he doesn't have a skill neither, like a trade or nothing? Like can he earn money? Like does he earn?
Let's say I'm talking about college educated, because educated, that's pretty much
you can
how
make
they
6 figures easy without being college educated. Well, not easy, but at a certain age with enough skill in your profession, you can make some money.
But the reason why I brought this up is because this is certain things that other people won't say is that black women, they go to college a lot more than black men, but we are the primary dating pool for black women, right? And a lot of us don't go to college, right? We're not dummies, but we're uneducated,
right?
You understand?
Yeah,
and it's when you think about our counterparts, black women that are educated, that have I want to say these requirements of like, I want a guy that's educated too. Where do we stand in that? You know what I mean?
We stand tall. Yo, we're all they wanted. Like they went to school and all that they're better at that. Like that's what they're better at. Like
no, that you're saying that, but like, do they believe that
at school? Yeah, well, yeah. Because at the end of the day, while they were in school, when they were coming up in their formative years, everything like that, we're all they wanted. All we had to do was just keep lockstep, not have too many kids, be presentable. You know what I mean? And just there. It's cool. Like everybody has a counterpart. Like we could all be partners out here, even if this is a stat here I have on my phone, because I have some stats on here about marriage, and it was give me 1 second. Sole breadwinners. Black women are more likely to be the sole breadwinner in household compared to white women. It's not anything new. Like black women go to school.
That's could be just single black women.
Well, no. House in a household. A household equals 2.
Okay. All
right. So it's not weird for a black woman to be the breadwinner. What are you
be the sole breadwinner?
Yeah, to be the sole. Well, when I read sole breadwinner, I mean,
like the man is not bringing in any money.
Well, yeah, that's a little crazy. All right, sole breadwinner. Yeah. Well, when I say breadwinner, I mean that she's bringing in more money. I feel like there's definitely a place. Everybody needs somebody, yo. As long as that woman can earn her money, she knows her place, she knows that how special she is in society, but she comes home without an ego, everybody could live comfortably. Everybody could be fine. I feel like the black woman really, in order to be with the blue collar black man, she just got to be devoid of ego. You know, and I don't think ego is not really a feminine trait anyway.
Well, it wasn't.
Yeah,
but I think it kind of is now.
It's not.
I think it is.
Well, no. I
think women nowadays, like they focus on shit that men will focus on, about money, how much money they make, how much money everybody else make. They focus on masculine shit.
Right.
Men, you know what I mean? Because now, like, you don't think that a group of women that get together that are professional women, you don't think they're talking about salaries and how much they're making?
Yeah, of course, because that's how people push each other. That's how people in the same field push each other. Yo, heard what's the name?
Yeah, in the same field.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
but men will do it when they're not in the same field.
Fine. Yeah, they're like, in the same peer group.
Yeah.
Yeah. So women in the same peer group will do that as well.
I don't think women used to do that though.
Listen, whoever's gonna make the money is gonna make the money. Whoever's, because there's people who are more attractive than other people too. Maybe that person could find someone more attractive than her. You know what I mean? Like, you know, listen, man.
Because the reason why I said that is because I asked the question is because, you know, let's be clear, you know, like, everybody wants to be black excellence and, you know, be rich black people. They want to be like every, you know, TV and all that other shit like that. But you got a lot of regular people. You understand what I'm saying? And the men are not going to school. I'm not saying they're not measuring up to what women do, because I don't really feel like.
Well, black excellence doesn't equal money. When my daughter sent me pictures, when my daughter sent me pictures of her and her daughters and her partner on Easter, and they went to church and they all dressed up, and that's a young family, healthy family on the church steps on Easter Sunday. That's black excellence. They don't make a bunch of money right now.
It doesn't have nothing to do with money.
No, black excellence is health. Okay. Black excellence is together. Black excellence is the babies. Black excellence. No,
all right.
All right. It's not. I don't look at black excellence.
You could say what it. You could say what it means to me.
Liquid gold means to you. Liquid gold is the shit that comes from black excellence. It's healthy babies. It's thriving. It's not being in a state of survival. It's graduating from survival to like thriving. You know what I mean? Like, there's different. We weren't always black excellence, but we were black excellence. You know what I mean? Like, yo, if we were doing this podcast 20 years ago, we'd be making less money, but we still be black. We were always black excellence. Since the day we met each other, we've been black excellence. I always seen you with your crown on, my nigga, and you make more money now than what you made when you was in high school. It's how you carry yourself. It's black excellence. Okay, you know what I mean? So yeah, the shorties, they're making a little bit more paper than us right now, because they went a different route. You know what I mean? But yo, them beautiful black babies ain't gonna make them themselves. That family isn't gonna make themselves. Those football teams aren't gonna be coached by themselves. Like, we're still gonna be the mentors. We're still gonna be the providers. We're still gonna be those people for the protectors for the community. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, black excellence was a beautiful way to introduce everything into this. Yeah. Like, young families, I've always like, yo, my favorite thing to see in the wild, like, I feel like I'm old nigga. Like, yo, when I see a young family, it's always black excellence. To me, no matter what it looks like. They could be pushing a stroller on Flatbush. I see a man, woman, and child, young, healthy, thriving. It's always black excellence, yo. Like, that unit right there they have the power to do anything in this world. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'll let you get the final word on it though. What you thinking?
No. I don't really have no words on it because I don't want to refute what you said because what you said was cool. I just I feel like young black men, they need to know how to navigate because they are, I want to say, at the bottom of the totem pole. I think they're at the bottom of the totem pole, right? And I'm saying, I'm not even talking about a young black dude that's destitute because his expectations for his lady may not be that, right? So in the black community, we, you know, a lot of us live in this bubble, right? And then we watch television, we watch movies, and then they'll give us a perspective of, you know, this is what the world is like. And I'm not saying it's nobody like this, but it doesn't represent a wide audience. You understand what I'm saying? Like when they talk about Atlanta is the black Mecca, but Atlanta probably has a very, very hood part and a lot of hood parts. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like every black person in Atlanta is fucking a millionaire and doing well. You understand what I'm saying? Right. I bet you they have way more poor people than they have rich people.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Like most nations in any
exactly, exactly,
in
right? And the thing is, our working class or middle class women that, you know, and the way a woman becomes that is chances are she has to go to college. Whereas a man doesn't necessarily have to, right? Because we can work with our hands.
Right.
But blue collar men, a lot of the times they do wind up getting some white collar women, but then you have a group of white collar women, right, that say they don't want to date uneducated men.
So, good luck.
And I guess, I guess that would be the point of
exactly.
I would say
look the part for that.
No, fuck that. No, fuck the looking the part, man.
Right.
Just avoid those women. I feel like because they're when you think about it, it's not like that man that is a blue collar man that does make good money, but he is uneducated.
Yeah,
I think he'll have an easier time finding a mate than that woman that says she wouldn't date a man that's uneducated will finding a man.
Yeah,
if they're trying to date a black man, or, you know, if they're trying to stay in their community. So I guess I would say that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because a dude that's from the hood and he ain't got really shit going for him, he gonna, you know, everybody kind of dates on that level, right? So let's just say a college educated woman, let's say she makes on average 60 grand or whatever. A man doesn't have to go to college to make $60,000 or $70,000. You know what I mean? We don't have to do that. Whereas a woman, if she doesn't go to college and she's doing, let's say, a blue collar job, she's not going to do what a man does. She might work retail, she might work waitressing, whatever, you know, shit like that, right? And they're not going to make a comparable salary,
right?
And just because the man doesn't have a degree, it's like, all right. And this is what I'm talking about as far as the social aspect of things, right? We got to be realistic, right? People talk, but they talk around in circles. But it's certain shit they talk in circles because it's shit that they don't want to say, right?
Uncomfortable, yeah.
And all right, socially, you might not want to date a plumber,
right?
If you're a executive at a corporation,
right?
You know what I mean? Or you might not want to date an electrician or something like that. If you're a lawyer or something like that.
But guess what? You're gonna lose that plumber that you were dating and you just didn't want to take it to that next level to a Wendy's manager. It doesn't matter what you do to a man, to a real man. It doesn't matter what you do.
No, it doesn't matter.
You know what I'm saying? So like it matters who you are,
yeah,
and how caring you are, and how nurturing you are, and how feminine you are, and how you look. You know what I mean?
But that
now, if you're a gorilla bitch and you up, maybe you could buy a nigga. You know what I mean?
But you got to think about it, like, as far as we're not talking about economics, right?
Right.
Whereas, like, it's better if like a middle working class dude gets with a middle working class woman versus a middle class or working class dude getting with a like right there on the cusp of poverty.
Why?
Because they could probably do more.
Yeah, I mean, because they have more
economically,
resources.
they can build a lot more. It might be better for the black economy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, if they're staying within the black ecosystem.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, they might have a better chance of buying a home, real estate, assets, kids to college, whatever. You know what I mean?
It's all ego, man. It's all ego. Women shouldn't really have an ego. You know, men should have more ego. You know, try to step up a little bit more and try to be a better, you know, counterpart to the women that are like, yo, if you're graduating from school and all the shorties you know are going to college and you're just going to like, and you don't have a plan. You know, we're in graduation season now, right? High school, right? Like,
we're getting there. Yeah.
The girls are going to college. You know what I mean?
You got to understand though. Like, I don't think we take into account that it doesn't. There are not many options other than college for women. Like what are
saying that what are giving the men out? Like
no.
I don't have a son. But I don't have a son. You know what I mean? But I would send my son to college.
Oh, that's fine.
Right.
That's fine. But what I'm saying is that other than college, what is a woman going to do after high school to really do well financially or, you know, be okay financially?
Yo, she could learn construction too. She could learn how to fix boilers. She could learn how to do all that. She could learn how to like. How many figure out a trade.
All right, let's go. Wait, let's go by the stat. It's not a lot of.
No, there's not.
So let's just go by what we know.
Yeah,
what the norm is.
She could be a home health aide and work her way into, I don't know, a manager position somewhere.
She could,
right? Or she could be anywhere.
The easiest path is to go to college.
College is not easy, my nigga. Because if college was easy, then more boys would just go to it and they would be on par with the other things. And college is hard. That's the thing. We're making college seem like college is easier. First of all, it's expensive as hell. It's putting a lot of families in debt to send their freaking babies into college. I'm still paying for my kids' college. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Know what I'm saying? It's not an easy thing. You know what I mean? You go to college. You know what I mean?
School is not hard.
School is not hard?
No.
School is hard. I went to school and I didn't finish. That shit was hard. You know what I mean? It's harder.
You didn't finish because it was like physically hard. It's probably because you
No, it was mentally hard. It was mentally hard to sit there, concentrate with no one on my back to figure out what the hell I had to do without knowing no help. You know what I mean? And you're in there by yourself. You're not really there with your counterparts that you grew up with. High school was a lot easier.
Hard.
High school was a lot easier.
The work of school is not hard.
It was hard to me.
It's hard. It's hard being away from being in high school, being around the same friends all the time, to meet new people and trying to study and whatever.
Right.
To learn stuff is not hard.
Chemistry is hard, yeah. Physics is hard. Shout out to Denisha. Help me finish. Help me pass that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Either way though.
What girls are better. School is better suited for women who could sit and they could comprehend and they could lock in and they could see school and they could just figure it out and they could just stay. Like, it is better suited for them. They are better suited. Men work better with their hands. We learn better with our hands. Especially, I don't know, black boy, like we try to, you know, mask it with like ADHD and all that other stuff. But it's like, yo, some of us, it's hard to sit there and just lock in and concentrate on something that someone up there just talking to us and telling us, you know what I mean? Like, it's easier to learn something, you know what I mean? And learn on the job and learn to trade and do stuff. So yeah, they go to school. We can't take that away from them by being
I'm not.
What's the other option? Or that's the easier route. They are taking the harder route. The easier route is to learn how to freaking pipe something, like to learn how to do a pipe.
Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. I'm saying they're not. 9 times out of 10, women are not gonna do blue collar jobs. We don't expect them to.
Yeah,
and they don't have to. Let's just be straight up.
Right.
Let's not create these other variable arguments and stuff like that.
But let's not act like we're not seeing a lot more women doing blue collar jobs. It is happening a lot more.
No, I don't.
Come on.
If you show me a blue collar job and you show me majority women, it's always been a woman here or there. Yes,
Yeah,
always.
A lot of women. It's
no, it's not
here or there now.
Where?
Amazon, deliveries, UPS, all that, FedEx, deliveries, truck driving. There's a lot of women doing those jobs right now. There's a lot of women that you could talk, and I'm gonna look up how many are truck drivers now as opposed to 10 years ago.
Just because you see a woman got a YouTube channel that got a trucking company, don't mean it's mad women doing trucking companies.
You got a fat ass. You got a fat ass too.
That's all that is. That's the YouTube. The business of the YouTube. It's not really the trucking, right? Either way, yo, bro. Let's not act like women all of a sudden they like, yo, we gonna do construction work, we gonna drive trucks, and no, it's not really like that.
Nah, that's
no,
the
it's
easier
not.
way.
No.
We ain't smart enough to finish up the school, so let's hang out with these dumbass niggas. Like, let's take these niggas' jobs.
The majority of women,
we're taking immigrants are taking our jobs. Women are taking our jobs. Black.
Still to this day, the majority of blue collar work is done primarily by men, right?
Yeah. Primarily for now,
and I'm not like you. We're making it as if like
even the army, even going to the army, women niggas going to the army if they can't figure it out. That was the dude thing. Women are like, fuck it, I just go to the army and I'll just get it.
Where you see this shit at?
What do you mean? Women are not in?
No, they are, but
the army at like record numbers.
They already. My aunt was in the army, right. But I know it's women in the army. But that's not.
That used to be a man's role. The recruiter used to be out there looking for young men. Now he's looking for anybody.
Let's not act like the numbers are staggering where it's like mad women going into the army. Come on, bro. We know the majority of the army in the military is men, bro.
All right.
It hasn't shifted, right? So the best way, or the way to kind of not guarantee but place the odds in their favor to do well in life is to go to college. Whereas dudes, they don't necessarily have to. They could probably pick up a trade, pick up a skill or something like that, and they could do some type of blue collar work. Now, socially,
hold on, I got some stats here. In 2023, women comprise 17.7% of the U.S. active duty military. This figure has increased from 17.5 in 2022. And 14.6 in 2005. The percentage varies by branch, with the Air Force having the highest at 24.1 and Marine Corps having the lowest at 10.2.
So it increased 3%.
Yeah,
over the last
the
last 20 years.
Yeah,
3%.
No, it was 2005 into 2023, and we don't know where.
18 years it did 3%. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They coming. Yeah. They coming.
Either way,
yeah,
I think we got to come to a realization that educated women, the pool of men that you're dealing with, you could deal with a guy that may not be educated per se, like formally educated.
Yeah.
And like, you know, financially, you might be on the same level. You understand what I'm saying? Right. And that's all I'm saying. Yeah. Where it's like, all right, maybe your guy didn't go to college or get a degree, because let's not act like every nigga that went to college is not making buku money or whatever. Every woman that went to college is not making buku money.
Yeah.
We know most people that go to college or whatever. I know dudes that went to school or whatever that they
work at an enterprise. Yeah.
They're not doing what they went to college for anyway. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that doesn't necessarily mean that they're doing X, Y, and Z. Right. But you might have a guy that may be a blue collar guy. He may be an electrician or a plumber or something like that, or be a construction worker or whatever. But he may make comparable money to what you make.
Right.
And if you're trying to build a family, a household, assets, a legacy or whatever, you know what I mean? Instead of being by yourself and saying like, I can't find guys that graduated from school. Why not do that? You understand what I'm saying? Because these are the guys that, you know what? I don't think they're really left out, because they'll find a woman.
And dudes are gonna be fine.
They will be fine. Yeah. When I think about
dudes
it,
gonna go up, dudes gonna go down. Dudes gonna go the same.
That's the
dudes
thing.
will be fine. It's them being left out in the open. Like it's the overly educated women who are with that ego. They're the one out there freezing their eggs. So
yeah. And when it comes out, you know what I noticed too is that when it comes down to it, the college educated women, when they do get married, a lot of the times it be with guys that don't have degrees anyway,
or it be someone a lot older.
Yeah.
Well, with it, man.
Yeah.
Thank
my wife for she's she let me. She got she could have got an educated man or whatever. Took an uneducated man.
She got your dumb ass.
She took my dumb ass. Right. So, yeah. All right. Corey, cool. Before we go, let the people know where they can find you, man.
Cool. You. Turn my mic back on because I turned it off a long time ago.
What, in protest?
You wasn't letting me speak, man. So I just
You don't remember.
That's one of his pet peeves.
Yeah, you gotta come on, man. We play double dutch, baby.
Yo, cooluniversity.com, man.
Don't be like that, cool.
Yeah. All right.
Shout out to Cool You. Cool. When you go live again, baby? Come on now. Put you on the spot, nigga. See you on Monday?
I don't know, man. If it's something worth talking about.
I like that Thursday spot better. I like that day when you chilled out a little later in the week. I like that vibe a little bit.
I feel like you can work the Diddy trial.
That was a Thursday.
You can work the Diddy trial.
Nah, man. You know why? Because I'm not outside the courtroom. I'm not in the courtroom.
I don't mean that.
That's the difference, man. I realize a lot of hip hop media is just regurgitating things that other people said. And I got other things that I could do instead of regurgitate what somebody else said.
I hear you.
Now, if somehow I got a pass to be out there or, get word from the lawyers or something firsthand where I could tell you something different, then that's what I would do. And that's, kind of the reason why me doing regular hip hop media, became really boring to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm just working with my local guys, man. I'm trying to get them some spotlight because that's something where I do have insight on and connection to. What happened?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish.
See, that's what I be saying. See, I be doing that shit to me, son.
No. You looking at me? I'm not. I didn't say shit.
I see over there waving. He over there waving. Yeah, wrap it up.
No. You just made me think about something. You made me think about something because we had the shit for Long Island for the Suffolk County shit, and we didn't.
Oh yeah. We good though. I'm out of state.
Yeah, that's all I had to say about that, man. That's it.
All right. Shout out to all my my bourbon drinkers. I'm a bourbon guy. Evan Williams is, a regular run of the mill bourbon, more or less. But this one is the single barrel vintage right here that we have. This is put in oak in 2015, so it's been barreled for like 10 years. Right. I think it's pretty decent. Nothing really to write home about. A lot of your normal bourbon characteristics, your caramel, your vanilla, the sugar, you know what I mean? Like, it's pretty decent. I can't say it's bad, but please, by all means, hit us up and let us know what you guys thought about the Evan Williams, the single barrel vintage. It is a 43.3 ABV, 86.6 proof. Retails at about $35 for a 750 mil. All right, so pick it up at your local wine and spirits, and please let us know what you guys thought. Also, if you don't follow us on IG, please do at Cigars Whiskey. That's Cigars with an S, Whiskey. Also, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Cigars, the Ensign Whiskey Podcast. Again, Cigars, the Ensign Whiskey Podcast. And with that, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Cigars and Whiskey Podcast. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.